In the 7th month, the exiles of Israel, now settled in their towns, began to steer. From across the land, a stream of humanity converged on a single point, Jerusalem. They moved as one body, with one heart, drawn back to the sacred city. As dawn broke over the ruined capital, a smoky haze still clung to the broken stones, a lingering memory of destruction. Yet, through the ancient streets, pilgrims made their way toward the Temple Mount, a unified people returning to the place of worship. Their journey was not just of miles, but of generations, a return to the very soul of their nation. At the heart of the Temple Mount, a solemn work began. Jeshua, son of Josedek, stood with his fellow priests, while Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, gathered his associates. Their hands, accustomed to exile, now sifted through the rubble of their history. They cleared away debris, searching for a ghost of the past, until their fingers brushed against the familiar, solid stones, the original foundation of the altar of God. Despite the fear of the peoples living in the lands around them, a palpable threat that hung in the air, their first priority was clear. They were driven by a faith that outweighed their fear. Stone by stone, they rebuilt the altar on its ancient base, raising it from the dust as a testament to their unyielding devotion. It was a defiant act of worship, built according to the law of Moses. The men of God, right in the face of their adversaries, with the altar restored, the rhythm of worship returned to Jerusalem. The air, once filled with silence and sorrow, now carried the aroma of burnt offerings, a continuous cycle from morning to evening. The daily sacrifices resumed, a constant reminder of God's covenant. Processions marked the appointed days, the new moon festivals, and every sacred occasion, just as the law commanded. As the time came for the Festival of Tabernacles, simple booths made of branches appeared in the courtyards and on the rooftops, vibrant signs of life and celebration amidst the ruins. Beyond the required sacrifices, the people brought free will gifts, their hearts overflowing with gratitude. Worship was leading the way, a powerful declaration of faith even before a single stone of the new temple's foundation had been laid. The spirit of restoration moved from the altar to the marketplace. Contracts were drawn, and skilled hands were hired. Masons and carpenters received their payment in silver and provisions, their tools ready to shape the future. Porters loaded amphorae filled with wine, oil, and food, preparing to sustain the workforce. The vision extended beyond Jerusalem's walls, reaching the coast. In the port of Joppa, a magnificent sight unfolded. Great cedar logs, felled in the forests of Lebanon, arrived by sea, fulfilling the decree of Cyrus, king of Persia. This was a partnership of nations, a providential alignment of resources, all dedicated to one grand purpose: to rebuild the house of the Lord God. In the 2nd month of the 2nd year after their arrival, the work began in earnest. The Temple Mount, once a place of quiet ruins, now buzzed with organized activity. The Levites, 20 years of age and older, were appointed to supervise the project. Jeshua and his sons and brothers, Kadmiel and his sons from the line of Judah, and the sons of Henadad with their families all, stood shoulder to shoulder. They guided the workers, their voices united in purpose, overseeing the monumental task of rebuilding the Lord's house. A new generation and the old stood together, their shared heritage fueling their shared labor. Then came the moment they had all been working toward. Across the mount, massive, squared stones were hewn and fitted into place. Dust rose in the sunbeams, catching the light as the foundation of the new temple took shape. With the final cornerstone settled, a hush fell, followed by a sacred assembly. The priests, robed in their consecrated garments, took their positions with trumpets in hand. The Levites, the sons of Asaph, stood ready with their cymbals. As prescribed by King David of Israel centuries before, they raised their voices and instruments in a powerful chorus of praise and thanksgiving to the Lord. Their song echoed across the newly laid foundation. He is good, his love for Israel endures forever. The first visible sign of progress was met not with silent awe, but with joyful noise. As the sound of praise swelled, a profound and complex emotion swept through the crowd. It was a sound of two hearts beating as one. The younger generation, who had only known stories of the temple, shouted for joy. Their cheers were loud, unrestrained, and full of hope for the future they were building. But among them stood the elders to priests, Levites, and family heads who had seen the former temple in its glory. For them, this moment was bittersweet. Tears streamed down their faces as they wept aloud, mourning the magnificent house that was lost while simultaneously witnessing the birth of a new one. The sounds of joyful shouting and loud weeping mingled together, rising into the sky as a single, indistinguishable cry. Memory and hope met on that holy mountain, and the noise of their blended emotions carried far beyond the city walls. As dusk settled over Jerusalem, a warm glow fell upon the new foundation. The tools of the builders rested upon the stones, silent for the night. The crowds had dispersed, but a single lamp remained lit on the mount, a solitary point of light against the growing darkness. It was a symbol of the enduring flame of faith, a promise that the work would continue. From the first altar built in fear, a foundation for a new house of God had been laid in hope. Thanks for watching.